Hello, my name is Asia Hansen. The career position that I researched is the foster care recruiter, and I spoke to Eva Goodfellow, who works in the Utah foster care system. The common job tasks and responsibilities associated with this position, you will be meeting and setting up consultations with families who are interested in becoming a part of the foster care system. Now you'll set up trainings and their education and in-home visits and any other requirements that they need to be approved as a foster care home. Another big part of this position is creating community awareness about the foster care system and needs in any particular area that you're reaching out to. You'll also be planning these events and organizing donations that are needed. And so those are the common job tasks associated with this position. Also the approval of families, whether they'll be approved or not through the foster care system. The educational requirements for this position, you will need a bachelor's degree in social work or either human family development. They may also accept any other field that is applicable to this line of work. If you want to do anything beyond recruitment, you will need a master's degree and 10 years of work experience. And so these positions are hard to get into. Starting salary for a recruiter starts at $30,000 and is typical to any social work here in Utah. And so the typical social work pay starts around $36,000 and the medium is $46,000. Now once you have 5 years work experience, you can make up to $50,000 and the high range is $62,000 depending on your position and area here in Utah. Now, the work environment is very family friendly. The director of Utah Foster Care is very family focused, and so making sure all the employees have time to spend time with their families. This is a position that can be a 9-to-5 job, but you will need to meet the needs of the families you're meeting with, and most of those families may need to meet in the evenings, and so your schedule is flexible as you plan it. Also, since there are weekend events, you will be required to work some weekends, and so Eva, who works in this position, currently has 5 biological children and also does foster care herself. And so she's able to work full-time but meet the needs of her family and plan her schedule as she needs to. And so she loves her position and finds it very family-friendly. The typical stressors that are associated with this position are with the approval and non-approval of certain families. And so when you don't feel a family should be approved to do foster care, you will have to sit down with them and explain to them why. And so that's a very stressful thing that's associated with this position. Another hard thing she talked about was child abuse and neglect. And though you don't work directly with the children who are going into the foster care, you are working with families and preparing them for the child abuse and neglect that they will see. And so that's really hard. You'll be using examples that are going on in the foster care system currently. The benefits with this position and in Utah foster care are awesome benefits. They're not very comparable to other agencies in the state. So they have great 401k compensations at 9%, whether you contribute to it or not. The health insurance premium is covered at 100%, and also each employee receives 24 days off a year along with their holidays. And so these positions are really hard to come by. Eva was lucky enough to get her foot into the door by interning, and then someone happened to be retiring at that moment, and so she was able to move in. She says the people who work in these positions are lifers. They're in there for life, and so a lot of them have been in the program since it started 16 years ago. So it's really hard to come by because the benefits are so great and the people are really focused and enjoy their job. And that's what I was able to find on foster care recruitment here in Utah. Thank you.